wake up in a room. You have no memory of how you came to be here. You have no idea where you are. You really don't have any clue what's going on in the slightest, to be honest. But you're wearing a glove, there are cubes everywhere, and you seem to be riding an elevator. They're one of many possible circumstances that could be happening, but in this case, welcome to QUBE. That's an acronym for something, but not one that particularly concerns us. This is episode 1 of the Let's Play. As always, I'm your host, PA. Since we've been on a bit of a puzzle game spree thus far, figured I might as well give us another game in the same vein as the last two, Portal 2 and Quantum Conundrum. In QUBE, you wander around, and as in the past two games, there's one mechanic that gets you through the individual test chambers. In this case, instead of creating portals or opening rifts to different dimensions, you move cubes in the environment. Or in the case of the red ones, rectangles, because they can expand up to 3 blocks. The red blocks that we just encountered can go out of the wall. The blue blocks function as springs, and are probably my favorite block type. It's very fun to use these. And last but not least, as we're about to see, but yes, you're getting the general idea here. You can just move these blocks as you see fit, manipulate your surroundings. It does get a bit more difficult as time goes on. And for the third type of block, yellow, which will extend into 3 blocks. The one you click on will extend the furthest, and the adjacent blocks will extend 1 block less and expand all other yellow blocks. They always come in groups of 3. So the maximum you can expand one by is 3. If you click the middle one, it'll expand by 2 and do the other ones by 1. So for puzzles like this, just expand the blocks nearest to each other. You can hop up. And then for stuff like this, you could expand the bottom block. Would give you the ability to form stairs, certainly, but that's not what we want. So what we'll do there is just go like this, and now we have an actual platform here, which is wonderful. For this, something that you will need to learn about this, if a yellow block is blocked, you cannot move the rest of them. So for this, we'll move the middle one, and then we'll fully expand the top one, creating a nice little set of stairs for us to climb here. This is very much the tutorial section of the game, just getting you acquainted to the general mechanics of the manipulation of your surroundings, and the fact that the said surroundings can move at will. So in this case, we're given a red block that we can't quite reach. So might as well jump up onto the yellow one, jump onto the red one, retract the yellow, extend it so the top one is the furthest out, and use that to hop up. So that is the end of the first part of the test chambers. We are going to be going through the first 2 or 3 sections in this first video, because they do come very quickly. But past that, it's going to start being 1 section video, or perhaps even 1 section for multiple videos, because it does start to go a bit. 4th type of block, green blocks, able to be pushed and moved. Press that to reset the block. And, oh, hold on a moment here. There we go. Let's see here. So what you'll want to do here is extend that red fully, then extend the yellow. Those yellow, or rather orange reset buttons will reset all of the blocks in the area. Not just the green cubes, but will reset the red, the yellow, and the blue to their original position as well. After all, don't want to be in a situation where you couldn't get the block back to its original. Oh, seems I messed that up. So yes, green blocks can be flung by blue, moved by red, and picked up by yellow, perfectly normally. And as you can see, it's not squarely on there. Because this game, being based on the Unreal Engine, does have physics to it, I suppose, which is... so things aren't very cut and dry movement. This is not as important early in the game, but it can get a bit irritating in later stages where there are a bit of frustrating physics puzzles. Certainly not the best thing, but not the worst thing either. Now if we just hop up on this blue block, of course the other side of that is you can actually jump up on the halves of blocks here. It's not completely blocked off by the green part. So, on to the next test chamber. This is another thing they like to do. Give you nice moving entrances and exits, show you the facility building and expanding and moving before you. New type of puzzle, the roller puzzle. In this puzzle, you have a ball that you must get to the bottom. That's pretty much it. Of course, this can get difficult eventually, but for now all you're going to need to do is let that ball roll, extend pretty much everything, and then when it gets right about here, hit it to the side, but not too hard or it will... oh, come on, fall correctly? It did hit the blue one there. Okay, so that was fairly lucky, but it still got us through the test chamber. The goal is to get it into this green thing. You cannot go in there personally, but... and this is what I meant by the short areas at the very beginning of the game. Now that we've had our intro to green blocks, that was the entirety of Section 2. On to Section 3. I've gotten about... I have played some of this game before, but I've never played it all the way through. I want to retain some sorts of things being new and interesting for not just me, but everyone else. Alright, fifth type of block, rotators. They rotate any and all blocks, and will physics anything along the way, up to and including your character. So, for this, what you'll want to do is just kind of have this red block extended, so you can jump up to it with the blue, and then you can just rotate while you're standing on the block until you can jump up to the exit. But yeah, puzzle games are really... they're the secret to a good puzzle game, or at least what's been the secret to good puzzle games lately. It's been the ability to come up with something new and interesting that people really haven't seen before. With Quantum Conundrum, the ability to manipulate your environment, the way they did it, the way that it was just as, I suppose, smooth would be the word. Just the fact was there was really no issue at any time with how Quantum Conundrum controlled. It was all very natural. You could shift between the dimensions. Portal, same way. White walls are portable, black walls are not, and eventually you just started thinking, well, that's portable, that's not. I'm going to... oh, the wall's closing here. I'm just going to keep going through this. It got you thinking... I hope to avoid a cliche, but for lack of the ability to, it got you thinking with portals. So let's see here, what do we want to do? I think we're going to want to retract that and this. Okay, then I'm going to need to extend this by 3, extend this by 2, and then push it out. Extend this, because I need, the reason I need the green block is to jump up there. 1 and 2, hop up, and there we go. Very small test chambers. The block extrusion mechanic allows for that quite easily. That's actually what the BE in QUBE stands for. Quick understanding of block extrusion, I think is the whole thing, but regardless. So what we'll do here is we'll get this red out of the way now. Then we'll extend this one, stand here so we're rotated with everything else, and just stand on this block while it comes up here, allowing us to jump to the exit. And a lot of the earlier puzzles are just that simple, and more shifting. Like I said, they love to shift the environment around you. But yeah, a lot of the early puzzles are just figuring things out. It is very much I don't know, how would you say it? The developers definitely wanted to keep specific sections to the game, a single gimmick area for each, if you will. But the first 3 sections are very much just teaching you the basics that you'll need everywhere. No need for any sorts of gimmicks in our places. This is just what you'll need in every section for the rest of the game. So let's see here. We want to get that up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this that way, extend, and the ball always does slide downwards because we are in a tilted tunnel. It's a bit, I don't know, the perspective of it can get a bit interesting at times. But for this one, there's a fairly easy way to do this, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just having trouble remembering what it is. Perhaps if I rotate it now? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Okay, so that did work. Just not as easily as I would have hoped it would. Let's see here, next puzzle. Flip that upwards? No, that was wrong. Or maybe not? I can sort of get this through still. So let's extend this red one as far as I can. Just toss it over there, flip it back to normal, and then extend this yellow one. Should do it, yeah? Wonderful. Alright, and that's it. It fell into the green area. You get to move on. These little tilted room puzzles, the segmented ones, show up occasionally. I've run into about, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them. But they do start to get new mechanics to them as you go, which is, and that, I mean, that really sums it up. I don't think, so far as I've played Cube, I've never really stopped seeing new mechanics. It always has something new to throw at you, and presumably when it doesn't, that's when the game ends, and there's nothing wrong with that. So here's one of the next, I suppose, gimmicks would be sort of the word. Paintable balls. When this one goes through the red holographic cube, it just gets painted red. When it goes to the blue one, blue, yellow, and yellow. And you just have to get it through these. So to get it to the red one, you just need to let it rest up against this blue and then raise the red so it just goes through it. To get past the red one, to get to the next one, just activate the blue one. That'll fall in there. You do need to activate all 3 different colored slots to be able to get through here. And then for the third one, activate it. The blue should activate right about now. Good. Wait till it gets nearly to the bottom of this. And then just bounce it right over with the yellow one. And you can exit. On to the next area. More environment manipulation. These rooms are little... You kind of know that a larger puzzle is coming up. If you encounter one of these rooms, they're buffers, if you will. Just little puzzly areas that you can spend a couple of seconds in before you get through. So now we have another rotating puzzle, but this one is a painting, rotating, sliding ball puzzle. They just keep, like I said, just keep adding adjectives, you'll be good. Or verbs, not adjectives. Anyway, not the point. What we're going to get first, I think, is we're going to get the red one, because the red one just needs manipulation of these turns. So first, turn it to the left, or right, then to the left, and that's good. Red one's through. Next up for the blue one, going to want to hit play. Flip this to the left as soon as it gets in there. Then push it away with the red one as soon as it comes through, and blue complete. So we're going to want to shift this first because we're going to have to bounce it over the blue here, and then flip that to the right as soon as the ball hits. So, implementation of the strategy, as it were. There we go, through there, yellow, flip it to the right, and I missed. Awesome. Okay, once more. Failure had to happen eventually. It just dared to hope that it wouldn't happen quite so early in the Let's Play, but that's okay. It'll happen. No worries, we got this. We're just gonna bounce back. Come on, success. Alright, on to the next puzzle. Or perhaps even, nope, not quite the end of the area yet. Got a big old loading room here. They delay you a bit with the loading environments. They do look quite cool though, so as far as things to occupy your load times go, bouncing puzzles and moving rooms are fine by me. And then we come across the next, again, gimmick. Painting multiple colors. Green, purple, and orange, and we've got red, yellow, and blue. So, time for the basics of coloring. First ball falls, we're going to flip it left to get to the yellow, then right to get to the blue, then left. No, not what I want to do. Oh, and it just got turned brown. Not what I wanted to do at all. Okay, let's try this again. I flipped it the wrong way. I almost had it. Very nearly. Oh well. Flip it again, and now flip it the correct way, and I should be able to do this. And it's into the green hole. Alright. So next, we'll go for orange. Flip this to the right with the ball in it. Then just kind of wait till it's nearly here, and then... Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! I missed the red. Try that again. Okay, so yellow. Wait for it, wait for it. Push! It missed again! No! Come on! Come on, game. Come on, physics. Why are you doing this to me? I thought we were bros. I thought we were cool. But no. Gotta mess with me. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now, last but not least, we gotta get the purple. And that's actually pretty easy in and of itself. Now watch me just eat my words here. Flip it to the right instead of the left this time. Straight to the blue, and then hit it with the red block. That should do it. There we go. Alright, on to adventure. Oh, no, that's the end of Area 4, and we're at about 20 minutes now. Or at least my recording is, so probably about, what, 17 minutes in the video? 17 and a half, maybe? I think this is where we're going to cut it off, though, because the next area is really where a lot of people say the game starts. So, next time we'll be venturing into the dark rooms here in Q.U.B.E. Until then, this has been PA.